Appear weak when you are strong, and strong when you are weak. Supreme excellence consists of breaking the enemy's resistance without fighting. Let your plans be dark and impenetrable as night, and when you move, fall like a thunderbolt. In the midst of chaos, there is also opportunity. The greatest victory is that which requires no battle. To know your enemy, you must become your enemy. There is no instance of a nation benefiting from prolonged warfare. Thus we may know that there are 5 essentials for victory. 1. He will win who knows when to fight and when not to fight. 2. He will win who knows how to handle both superior and inferior forces. 3. He will win whose army is animated by the same spirit throughout all its ranks. 4. He will win who, prepared himself, waits to take the enemy unprepared. 5. He will win who has military capacity and is not interfered with by the sovereign. Treat your men as you would your own beloved sons, and they will follow you into the deepest valley. Even the finest sword plunge into salt water will eventually rust. Move swift as the wind and closely formed as the wood. Attack like the fire and be still as the mountain. When you surround an army, leave an outlet free. Do not press a desperate foe too hard. Opportunities multiply as they are seized. There are not more than 5 musical notes. Yet the combinations of these 5 give rise to more melodies than can ever be heard. It is a matter of life and death, a road either to safety or to ruin. Hence it is a subject of inquiry which can on no account be neglected. When the enemy is relaxed, make them toil. When full, starve them. When settled, make them move. Who wishes to fight must first count the cost. If you wait by the river long enough, the bodies of your enemies will float by. Know yourself, and you will win all battles. To win 100 victories in 100 battles is not the ultimate skill. To subdue the enemy without fighting is the ultimate skill. So in war, the way is to avoid what is strong and strike at what is weak. Be extremely subtle even to the point of formlessness. Be extremely mysterious even to the point of soundlessness. Thereby you can be the director of the opponent's fate. Build your opponent a golden bridge to retreat across. The whole secret lies in confusing the enemy, so that he cannot fathom our real intent. The wise warrior avoids the battle. What the ancients called a clever fighter is one who not only wins, but excels in winning with ease. Rouse him, and learn the principle of his activity or inactivity. Force him to reveal himself, so as to find out his vulnerable spots. Force him to reveal himself, so as to find out his vulnerable spots. If of high morale, depress them. Seem humble to fill them with conceit. If at ease, exhaust them. If united, separate them. Attack their weaknesses. Emerge to their surprise. The whole secret lies in confusing the enemy, so that he cannot fathom our real intent. One may know how to conquer without being able to do it. One mark of a great soldier is that he fight on his own terms or fights not at all. If you know the enemy and know yourself, your victory will not stand in doubt. If you know heaven and know earth, you may make your victory complete. If your opponent is of choleric temper, seek to irritate him. Pretend to be weak, that he may grow arrogant. Attack is the secret of defense. Defense is the planning of an attack. Thus the expert in battle moves the enemy, and is not moved by him. Great results can be achieved with small forces. Attack him where he is unprepared. Appear where you are not expected. Pretend inferiority and encourage his arrogance. Convince your enemy that he will gain very little by attacking you. This will diminish his enthusiasm. Ponder and deliberate before you make a move. This is death. If quick, I survive. If not quick, I am lost. This is death. Knowing the enemy enables you to take the offensive. Knowing yourself enables you to stand on the defensive. Ultimate excellence lies not in winning every battle, but in defeating the enemy without ever fighting. He will win who knows when to fight and when not to fight. A figurant both of your enemy and yourself, you are certain to be in peril. Mystify, mislead, and surprise the enemy. The general who advances without coveting fame and retreats without fearing disgrace, whose only thought is to protect his country and do good service for his sovereign, is the jewel of the kingdom. The wheels of justice grind slow, but they grind very fine. It is easy to love your friend, but sometimes the hardest lesson to learn is to love your enemy. He will win who, prepared himself, waits to take the enemy unprepared. If he sends reinforcements everywhere, he will everywhere be weak. If his forces are united, separate them. Plan for what it is difficult while it is easy. Do what is great while it is small. Every battle is won well before it's ever fought. Water shapes its course according to the nature of the ground over which it flows. The soldier works out his victory in relation to the foe whom he is facing. Begin by seizing something which your opponent holds dear. Then he will be amenable to your will. Rewards for good service should not be deferred a single day. Disorder came from order, fear came from courage, weakness came from strength. If words of command are not clear and distinct, If orders are not thoroughly understood, then the general is to blame. But if orders are clear and the soldiers nevertheless disobey, then it is the fault of their officers. To fight and conquer in all your battles is not supreme excellence. Supreme excellence consists in breaking the enemy's resistance without fighting. Know your enemy and know yourself, and you can fight 100 battles without disaster. The opportunity of defeating the enemy is provided by the enemy himself. Who does not know the evils of war cannot appreciate its benefits. Therefore, just as water retains no constant shape, so in warfare there are no constant conditions. Conform to the enemy's tactics until a favorable opportunity offers, then come forth and engage in a battle that shall prove decisive. If you know yourself, but not the enemy, for every victory gained you will also suffer defeat.